Hola clase, hoy vamos a hablar del futuro. So the future tense in Spanish is one of, in my opinion, the easier tenses because the AR, ER, and IR endings are all the same. So there's just one group of endings. You learned all of these last year in Español 2. So our endings are a, as, a, hemos, es, on. And the only form obviously here is the nosotros form that does not have an accent mark. Now, when we have our endings, all we need to do is we take our infinitive and then we put our ending right on the end. So we have comeré, comerás, comerá, comeremos, comeres, comerán. And so we have whatever verb it might be, hablar, you just simply take the infinitive and then you attach the endings onto the end. Hablaré, hablarás, hablará, hablaremos, hablares, hablarán. And so next we have the verb tomar. And so filling in the endings, we have tomaré, tomarás, tomará, tomaremos, tomares, tomarán. So again, it doesn't matter if it's an AR, ER, or IR verb. You take your infinitive and put your ending on at the end of the infinitive. So now, this is Spanish, so of course we're going to have irregulars. And with these irregulars, it is going to be the stem that is irregular. So instead of just with these 12 verbs, you've got an irregular stem, and then you put the ending right onto the end. So caber is cabre, decir is dir, haber is abre, hacer is ar, poder podre, poner pondre, querer quer, saber sabre, salir saldre, tener tendre, valer valdre, and venir bendre. So I'll give you a second to catch up on that. So, as I mentioned, you take your irregular stem. So for saber, it is sabre. And then we just simply add our endings on. So we have sabré, sabrás, sabrá, sabremos, sabres, sabrán. So take a minute now and fill in the práctica with writing the verb in the correct form of the future. No te olvides de los irregulares. So if you have a look at the práctica, to be is ser, so we have yo seré. To study, estudiar, los estudiantes estudiarán. To have to is tener que, so we have tendré que. To do is hacer, haré, and irregular. And to learn, aprender, aprenderemos. And to be able to was an irregular with poder, with our irregular stem of podr. So we have los chicos podrán. Okay, so we also can have the future tense used to express probability of something happening or being true. It can also be used with the present participle to say what is going on or what is probably going on. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? No sé. Serán las 9 más o menos. So you're saying it is around 9 o'clock more or less, or you're guessing that it is 9 o'clock. No oigo nada. I don't hear anything. Los niños estarán durmiendo. So the children are still sleeping. So you're saying that there is a probability that something is going on, that they are sleeping. So this is another way that you can use the future. All right, so what I need for you to do now is to go to the second page and fill in the blank with the correct form of the preterite. Or I'm sorry, not the preterite, the future. We will go over this on our next class. Gracias. Adios.